friends, I'm Christine. Welcome back to my channel. I make videos about what it's like to be a fire family. What it's like to be married to a firefighter. Still trying to figure out if people know what I mean when I say fire family. We don't like cook all of our food over a fire. We are a firefighters family. Today is a transition day for our family. And what I mean by that is we're going from a 72-hour shift into a stretch of 4 days off. So hallelujah, we made it. But what I want to talk about today is how transition days are not automatically as refreshing as they might seem. And that is because mom and dad are both coming to the table in our most depleted states. So my husband, I caught up with him last night. He's coming off of a particularly intense 72, so I know that he's just gonna need to relax today, and that is totally understandable. I am also coming off of kind of an intense 72 of solo parenting. We've had just some stressful conversations in our family. I have had some behavioral issues with my kids. I'm just aware that I'm not at my best right now. And so I just got home from dropping my kids off at preschool. They go to this little program at our church that's 2 mornings a week. So it's like the perfect amount of time for me as a stay-at-home mom to just get a little bit of a regular break without having to put them in full-time daycare. And usually during this time, I like to get stuff done, obviously. And I certainly could think of some projects that need attention. But honestly, today, I think what would be best for me and for my family is if I use the next 2.5, 3 hours to just practice self-care. I really need the type of self-care that is refreshing this morning. I don't necessarily need to relax and like sleep and watch TV, though there's a place for that, believe me. I'll be doing plenty of that this evening. What I need is to really like tend to my body and tend to some areas of my home and even like tend to my soul. So I think probably the first thing I need to do is get some exercise. I am gonna go for a short jog. I am not a runner. I historically have really hated cardio, but in recent years I have accepted that even if it's not my favorite form of exercise for like physical health reasons, I can prioritize it because it's really good for my mental health, and then like physical health benefits just come. So I will go for a short run. I probably need to stretch. I need to hydrate. I need to make myself like a proper lunch and sit down and eat it. I, over the past couple of days, have forgotten to eat meals a couple of times and just snacked my way through stressful stretches of solo parenting, and that is not best practice. So I'm going to correct that today. I want to tend to my soul. Like I said, I have a creative project in mind. My Nana used to make rag rugs, and I have like a pile of stained clothing that needs to either be thrown out or like managed by a professional. So I'm like, it's all in the blue and white family, and my kitchen is blue and white. So I'm going to strip it down and start a rag rug project. I won't be able to show you a finished product today, but that's not what this self-care morning is about. Anyways, I just want to like spend time creating something, doing something creative. And then I also want to tend to some areas of my home. I'm gonna like shop my house and refresh. We still have butterflies up from our girls' birthday party, which was over a month ago now. We have some dead houseplants, like not that need water, but like dead houseplants. So I'm just gonna look in a storage tote that I have of extra decor and see if I can like refresh a couple of spaces. That might be ambitious. We'll see if I get it. If I get to all of it. I'm trying not to frame it as like get it all done, but if I get to all of these options. And thanks for joining me. So let's get to some self-care practices. I did it. Don't worry, I don't usually jog in a lip stain, but it was already on. I wasn't gonna wipe it off. Okay, I'm already feeling more energized. I'm going to freshen up a little bit. Don't be grossed out that I'm not showering, because you saw how slowly I run. I didn't really sweat. And then I'm going to tackle this mental situation. Okay, not exactly a blank canvas, but I decided to leave the pink and the yellow up there because I'm inspired by the colors of the rug in this room, specifically the peach and the yellow. Like, I do want to keep a springy vibe, and the green. Here is our rug from Morocco. We got it on our honeymoon. Lots of fun colors.
Don't know if I can find my way out. I'm stuck in a prison.
All right, I think I'm at a stopping point. I'm not like 100% satisfied, but it's cohesive enough. I might just need to live with it for a couple days. I was used to more of a maximalist vignette because we had those butterflies up for a month and a half. I need to move on to feeding myself. Romaine, cabbage, unexpected cheddar, chickpeas. I'll do something crunchy, probably pumpkin seeds, and then I love to make my own dressing out of mostly mayo and lemon juice. My friends from Portugal brought me this bowl. Isn't it gorgeous? And it's like the perfect size for a mommy has the house to herself chopped salad bowl.
I don't know if I can find my way out. In this and everything is growing up tight. There's no way to fall into the ocean.
I considered filming at like a beautiful little corner of the yard or cleaning off the table and sitting at the table, but the reality is I'm gonna eat this salad in front of the TV. Okay? Cheers. I feel better. That was a good morning. I was tempted to say that was a productive morning because that is usually how I measure success. That's something that I am always working on. But it wasn't productive. It was just good to take care of myself. My body feels a little better. And I didn't get around to the craft or the houseplants, but I did lay out my craft supplies in case I want to do that during my girls' nap because I'm gonna go pick them up from school now and they lay down for a nap right after. So I will have a little more time off camera to rest today. Didn't get to the houseplants, but honestly, that's about right. I usually neglect my houseplants, so of course I would neglect even throwing them away. I decided in my last few minutes there that what sounded the most refreshing was actually like a reset, so a little bit of a tidy. And that leads me to the last point I want to make today, which is that part of self-care for me is tending to my senses. So doing a little visual reset of my space has a big impact. I also was listening to a podcast for part of the morning. I was listening to Amy Poehler's podcast, Good Hang. It's a really good one. I've been smelling my candle, which I think it's called Sun-Drenched Magnolia from Anthropology. Really delightful. Plus I have some honeysuckles in a vase on the counter. So just like good stuff in my ears, good stuff in my nose. That's weird. It matters. It makes me feel like I am treating myself as, you know, the honored guest of the morning, and that's nice. It's good to be kind to yourself. Anyway, we are headed into our time of family Sabbath this afternoon. If you'd like to hear more about that, let me know in a comment below. I would be happy to make a video on family Sabbath and why we do it on day 1 of a 4-day. And that also makes me wonder, what do you do to take care of yourself? I would love to hear whether you have long solo parenting stretches like me or not. We all have to take care of ourselves, and I think it'd be great if we could inspire each other in the comments. All right, friends, please subscribe if you liked this video and come back again next week. Until then, goodbye.